Hello, my name's Sharon Trotter. I'm a midwife and a mother of 5. I've been helping breastfeeding mothers for over 25 years, and I've personally breastfed my own children for a total of 7 years. My youngest son self-weaned at the age of 3. I want to give you a quick insight into why breastfeeding is good for mums, for babies and for their partners, and how we can help breastfeeding mums through those difficulties, especially in the first few weeks. Most of all, I want to reassure you it is possible for all mothers, even adopted mothers, to breastfeed successfully. Confidence is the key to success, and all we need to do as health professionals is provide common sense advice and support to help them along the way. The benefits of breastfeeding cannot be overstated. Year on year, research provides new evidence to support this. Mums are less likely to suffer from cancers of the uterus, the breast, the ovaries. Postnatal depression is much less common. Osteoporosis, obesity. Breastfed babies are also less likely to suffer from tummy upsets, which is a world killer for babies. Infections of the chest, bowels, ears and the teeth, allergies including eczema and asthma, obesity, diabetes, heart disease in later life, and more importantly, sudden infant death syndrome, which we know as cot death. Additionally, breastfed babies are also known to have an increased IQ, which is due to better brain development, better jaw and teeth development, a boosted immunity, giving them better tolerance of immunisations. More importantly, increased self-confidence, emotional security, all due to the closeness and the extra bonding associated with breastfeeding. The World Health Organization and the UK Department of Health recommend that mothers breastfeed exclusively. That means no other food or drink for your baby for at least the first 6 months of life. Once mixed feeding is introduced, breastfeeding should be encouraged to continue for 2 years and beyond. Breastfeeding, like weaning, should always be baby-led. But it's important to say here that I wouldn't put a time limit on breastfeeding. A mother should listen to her baby, listen to her instincts and breastfeed for as long as she's happy to do so and as long as the baby wants to feed. Many of the primary skills were lost by a generation of bottle-feeding mothers. We need to encourage women to listen to their instincts, listen to the cues of their baby's needs, and breastfeed accordingly. Shorter hospital stays mean that women are getting less support in the early days, and when they go home they've got less extended family to help them. Recent figures show that although breastfeeding rates in the last 5 years have actually risen by 7% to 77%, the drop-off rate is alarmingly steep. By the time a woman gets to 6 months, only 1% are still breastfeeding exclusively, which is a shocking statistic. Tips Limited was founded in 2004 to publish my book Breastfeeding, the Essential Guide. In 2007, I started the Tips Award scheme in order to provide parents with independent advice and reviews on baby products. We now have over 700 parent testers taking part. Mums who register on the Tips website are asked to list their top 3 problems associated with breastfeeding. Over the past 3 years I've been collating these comments and I found out that the top 3 problems are positioning and attachment, sore nipples and conflicting advice. All these problems can be dealt with. Other problems that people mention include tiredness, oversupply, undersupply, engorgement, slow feeders and thrush. These concerns often lead mothers to change over to formula feeding in the first few days or weeks. Research shows us that they bitterly regret this. With the right support and encouragement, all problems can be helped. So how can we help the new mum? She needs to surround herself with positive support and don't forget Dad. It's almost impossible for a mother to breastfeed successfully without the support of her partner. Positioning and attachment is really important. Biological Nurturing is a website where you can go to find out lots of different ways in order to be inventive regarding positioning. There are 360 degrees, so be inventive. Breast treatments can be useful. Nipple balms can be useful. Remember that moist healing heals twice as quickly as dry healing, so this sometimes can help. Regarding milk supply, women are often worried that they won't have enough milk for their baby. It's really important that they feed on demand. It's the delicate balance of supply and demand that provides a baby with all that they need. As long as the mother is not introducing other feeds like formula feeds or expressing too early, I recommend that you don't express for at least the first 6 to 8 weeks when breastfeeding is becoming established. Once it's established, then you can breastfeed when you're going out to work. The introduction of soothers or teats in the early days can confuse a baby, so it's not recommended. But after this time, maybe they can be used. Baby's weight gain. Obviously, mums always want to know how much weight their baby's putting on. As far as breastfeeding is concerned, this is always going to be slightly different to bottle feeding. New breastfeeding charts from the World Health Organization have recently been introduced, and it's really important that they're used and not the old ones. This sometimes makes women feel as though their baby is not putting on enough weight. This also boosts their confidence, and as long as they know that their baby is putting on enough weight, then they'll be happy to continue. There's no weight gain that they have to achieve every single week. It may vary. Some weeks will be a couple of ounces and some weeks it might be a lot more. It doesn't really matter. Peer support is vital all the way along. Research shows that a mother who has somebody next to her that she believes in, that she is giving her consistent advice, will breastfeed for longer. So it's really important that she goes to mother and baby groups, she uses the internet, she can go onto forums and chat with other mothers that are going through the same problems. There's online specialist websites like Greatvine.com where consultants give parenting advice on lots of different subjects. In the UK, you can go to breastfeeding associations, including the National Childbirth Trust, the Association of Breastfeeding Mothers, the Breastfeeding Network, Lactation Consultants of Great Britain, and the International Lelesh League. Finally, we mustn't forget that breastfeeding is enjoyable. It's a wonderful thing to do, and you are providing your child with the best nutrition possible. It's not just about nutrition though, it's the emotional and psychological stability that you're giving your baby, which will make them independent, self-confident, relaxed and secure as a person. With each feed you're giving your baby, you get a rush of endorphins, and so does the baby. This makes you relaxed and this makes the baby relaxed. You will also be less likely to have postnatal depression, and this is nature's very own stress buster, which is the best I know. With the right support, there's no reason why every mother shouldn't be able to breastfeed successfully. I hope I've inspired you to find out more. Thank you.